Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Jolene. That's me. Smash that like. We're about to get into some spoilers.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan Joleen Lunzer here with some BB27, Big Brother 27 live feed spoilers. The feeds came on at about 9:30 Pacific and the game talk was happening. All right, right away we saw Rachel talking to Jimmy. And since then, I am now probably 4 hours into watching the live feeds, and a lot of things are going down. But I'm going to give you some specific spoilers for your viewing pleasure. All right? So smash that like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and leave a comment. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert. We know from watching the episode that Vince is the HOH. Vince nominated 3 house guests for eviction because we do have the AI arena back in play, which is now like the BB butt blaster. I can never remember the name of it, so whatever it's called. So he nominated Ashley due to a 2-hour long shower. He nominated Amy because she cried because Ashley's her best friend, allegedly. And he nominated Zay because Zay is just sus to everyone after the whole accomplice thing. All right. So now into the live feed spoilers. The power of veto happened, and spoiler alert, Ashley won the power of veto. So for those of you hoping that Ashley would go home, she's not. She's staying. And I'm actually really excited for Ashley because I think that this whole nomination lit an even stronger fire inside of her that hopefully we'll see come out in her gameplay. So now Vince has to nominate someone else. He has to put a replacement nom on the block tomorrow, Monday, well, today, technically, later today during the POV ceremony. So that should be fun. Now, if you're wondering, well, Jolene, who is he going to put? Who is he going to pick as a replacement? He's going to pick, most likely, Kelly, because Kelly, South Dakota Kelly, has still been volunteering herself. I can't tell you how disappointed I've been watching Kelly play or strategize or whatever the hell she's doing on the live feeds. I hate to break it to the Kelly fans, which was supposed to be me, but everybody thinks Kelly's a mess. Apparently, Kelly's social game sucks. Kelly thinks Rachel hates her, so then Rachel doesn't like Kelly because Rachel thinks Kelly hates her. It's a whole thing, and Amy and Kelly don't get along. So Kelly basically has given up her game to being a pawn and has been spending most of the night talking with Vince and Keanu about whether or not, she would have the votes to stay against, whoever ends up winning this AI Arena BB Butt Blaster thing on Thursday, whether it's Amy or Zay. Could she win against them first in the competition? And if she doesn't win, would she have enough votes to stay? Okay. Kelly was saying some crazy things on the feeds as they were discussing, her and Vince were discussing the renom options. And if he has decided for sure that it's going to be Kelly. He didn't necessarily confirm it to her. He seems a little conflicted, but the other conversations Vince has had this evening, it seems pretty clear that he's going to put Kelly up as the renom because she's volunteering herself. Oh my God. Okay, so Kelly tells Vince that she's not sacrificing herself. She's leaving the decision in his hands.
What the hell? Oh my God.
So you're leaving the decision of your entire game in a man's hands you've known for 6 days? And they had a really long hug. I don't know. I also peeped on the live feeds that she seemed to kind of be flirting with Adrian, but I don't know if it was flirting or maybe they were like bonding over praying mantis. I'm not sure. Okay. It's just Kelly's giving off weird vibes. I thought she was going to give off like cool Aquarius weird vibe, but she's just giving off weird vibes. And as you know, I have previously said Kelly might be a serial killer. Okay. What? Allegedly with her solo trips. It's a joke, people, but you know what I'm saying. So she basically is like, I'm not sacrificing myself. I'm just leaving my game in your hands in the decision. Now, Keanu, whatever, he's trying to shift. He makes a pretty valiant attempt and effort to shift the renom focus to Jimmy. So apparently Keanu and Jimmy may have formed an alliance. Listen, we missed a lot of feeds. They should never do this to us again. But here we are. So Keanu and Jimmy may have formed an alliance, but now they're out to get each other. Because it got back to Jimmy that Keanu's throwing out his name and now Jimmy's throwing out Keanu's name. Speaking of Jimmy, Jimmy seems to be playing very hard, very fast. And we predicted that in tonight's recap, watching Jimmy play. As fun as it is to have a personality like Jimmy, I fear that he's going to go pre-jury. Now, even though Keanu is trying to sell Jimmy as the renom hard as he's having a conversation with Vince, the HOH, and Kelly outside on the couch earlier tonight, Vince gets to the point where he just completely shuts it down. And he is like not going to put up Jimmy because him and Jimmy have a good working relationship for now. Who knows? By the time you see this video, that could have changed because they're all still awake and it's 1 a.m. Pacific time. And it doesn't seem like they're going to bed anytime soon. Some of them are trying, but they keep talking. Okay. So it seems right now that Amy might be safe, whoever she's up against on the block on Thursday, if she doesn't win, the AI arena. Jimmy, Morgan, and Zach were talking, and Jimmy said that earlier on Sunday, he tried to talk to Kelly and said, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. And she said, probably because it was a lie. And then she walked away. So Kelly's social game continues to just be so solid. Riley and Lauren are talking a lot. I don't know. A lot of these ladies, and I've seen people on Twitter, are lusting after Riley. I don't get it, but to each their own. I guess the Wranglers and the small bladder is doing it for these ladies. But Riley was talking to Lauren in the bathroom and talking about how he'd never be a pawn because, it's pretty obvious now. And I mean, it's not like Kelly's keeping it a secret that she's offering herself up as a pawn. And Riley's like, I'd never do that. I would never. Riley also found out tonight that green tea has caffeine. He was drinking it before bed while Keanu was drinking chamomile tea. And they're like, Riley, why are you drinking green tea? It has caffeine. He's like, what? Huh? This dude had no idea that it has caffeine. I was just like, oh goodness.
Oh my God.
Hilarious. Rachel is chilling. She is safe this week, but Rachel is, having a lot of conversations. A lot of these house guests are talking to Rachel. Rachel and Keanu were talking. Rachel told Keanu that if she wins HOH next week, she'd put up Zay and Kelly, because apparently Zay told Rachel that he'd put her up because that's always smart to do. And Kelly hates her, and Keanu agreed. Rachel told Keanu that Jimmy has tried to make alliances with a lot of people. So a lot of people are clocking that Jimmy is, he's doing a lot. He's aligning with a lot of people. And there's these alliance names being thrown out, like the Twinsters. And I think there's one called the Heavy Hitters, which the only people I could deduce that are in this Heavy Hitters, oh God, it is so cringe, you guys, that they have, it's called the Heavy Hitters. Because they're all heavy hitters. Okay. Well, the only people that I've figured out so far in this, and I'm sure by the time you watch this, others will know more, but is Zach, Morgan, Riley, Vince, and then I think there's a few more. Whoever the heavy hitters are, those are the ones who are in it. Self-proclaimed heavy hitters, I guess. Okay. Now, Keanu has a conversation with Rachel. It seems like he trusts Rachel. Keanu's game is very interesting. And those are the exact words that our HOH Vince used to describe Keanu's game after having many conversations with Keanu and other people regarding game. Keanu talks to Rachel and is like, Rachel, I feel like I can trust you. He tells Rachel that he's close with Kelly, who, Kelly and Rachel, no love lost there. And he's like, basically, Rachel, I can talk to Kelly and I can talk her into not going after you. And really, Kelly only feels like you hate that Rachel and Amy don't like her. So that's it. She just feels like you and Amy don't like her. He mentioned something about being misinterpreted maybe between Kelly, Amy, and Rachel. And Keanu thinks Rachel doesn't like Kelly just because Amy doesn't. And Keanu actually says to Rachel, I mean, Kelly hasn't done anything to you. And Rachel's like, I guess. Keanu also tells Rachel that he'd rather Kelly stay over Amy. If it comes down on Thursday night to Kelly versus Rachel on the block, Keanu says he'd rather have Kelly. And you might ask why. Well, he answers that. He says because Amy can't win comps. Apparently, he knows that within 6 days that there's no way that Amy can win a comp. I mean, Amy herself in her pre-interview said she was worried about the comp. So that came to fruition, allegedly. He feels like Kelly has more value to them. Now, Rachel was very clear. She said she would never vote Amy out. She's like, Amy is the only other mom in the house. I'm not voting out a mom. I need to talk about mom things and do mom things. And we now also know that Rachel and Amy have the final to the mom squad. But Rachel's like, she's a mom. I'm a mom. We're the only moms. I'm not voting out a mom. She's a momist. Okay. Rachel is basically a momist and that's just how it is. That's how it's going to be. Rachel asked then Keanu, she's like, well, you're so big on Kelly. Would you keep Kelly over me? And Keanu says, oh, no. I think you're much more valuable in my game. Keanu, similar to Jimmy, is doing the most. He's talking a lot, saying a lot of things, and he might want to just calm it down and go to bed because he's not on the block yet. He seems safe so far, but he's getting into everything and everyone, and it's a lot. I thought he was going to be so naive and doy. And he's a little doy, and maybe he's still a little naive. So I guess I was kind of right, but he's more involved in the game or trying to be than I expected him to be this early on. Another fun fact, Morgan cannot poop. Yeah, she's constipated and it's putting pressure on her spine.
What?
So that's shared and everyone's like, have you went yet? You been able to go? She's like, I can't. Haven't been able to go yet. It also sounds like Kelly has ruffled quite a few feathers this first week. She's, again, social game, not doing well. Ashley has a conversation with Amy in the food storage room, and Ashley tells Amy that Jimmy thinks he's running the house, but really it's Morgan running the house. And I was like, ooh, interesting. And I see that too. Morgan has a lot of pull so far and a lot of power.
I'm a mommy.
Without actually being
I'm a mom.
Mamacita. Even though she's not a mamacita like Rachel or Amy, she's got a lot of power. All right. And the only one that sees through Morgan is the two of them, allegedly. Even Rachel, Ashley fears, is falling for Morgan's gamer girl ways. Hashtag gamer girl. Now, Vince has pretty much, like I mentioned before, has confirmed that he will be making Kelly the replacement nominee, but still time to change your mind. And he is a little conflicted about this. And pretty much all of the other house guests have said behind closed doors that Kelly will be evicted if she doesn't win the blockbuster comp on Thursday. That's what it called. That's what it's called, the Blockbuster comp. Oh gosh, Jolene. Figure it out. All right. So, Vince tells Morgan that, like I mentioned earlier, that Keanu has interesting gameplay and basically broke down everything that Keanu has been saying and doing in these game conversations. And asked Morgan, what are your thoughts on him? He said that it was the strangest conversation he's ever had in his life with Keanu and Rachel, and that Rachel has the best stone face. And I was like, oh, don't clock our girl Rachel.
That's cute. That's real cute. That's cute. That's cute.
Zay showed the house guests how to play chess. So that is why Zay, if he's up against Amy or Kelly, if Kelly ends up being the renom, will most likely go home, because Morgan and Vince were talking about this, being like, chess is a hard game. And he's like teaching people how to play chess. And therefore, he's more of a gamer than he's letting on. He's smarter. And so he would be the smarter person to get rid of, even though a lot of the house is like, let's just get rid of Kelly. Kelly's annoying the shit out of them. South Dakota Kelly. Now I think I know why Kelly is a solo backpacker. No offense to Kelly. Okay. No offense, all offense to Kelly, but it seems like maybe socially that's just kind of been decided for her. Allegedly. Okay. Now, there was also a conversation when Ashley and Amy are talking in the food storage room, and apparently something happened between Jimmy and Amy, and now they're not Team Amy. And I think maybe even Vince. So Amy did something. Remember when Amy warned us in her preseason interview how she'll say the wrong thing to the wrong person, or maybe she can be impulsive? Apparently, Amy said something that forever, within the last 24 hours, like Ashley was like, you were so safe, girl. Why did you do that? Ashley was like, why? And Amy's like, I don't know why. I just do. I just say shit. So Amy was safe before something happened, according to Ashley. And Ashley said that she kept saying, Amy, you dug your own grave because of your paranoia. So Amy was paranoid. Something happened. I'm sure we'll know more as the feeds go on. And obviously, I'm sure there'll hopefully be something in the episode about it as well. But something happened yesterday, and now she can never come back from this thing. So those are just some live feed spoilers to think about. I need to get not like an alliance chart together, but it's still, there's so many alliances being thrown around. There's so many people saying, I'm working with this person. And then the minute, that person leaves, they're talking shit. Kelly actually said that Jimmy is a mean girl. That's what Kelly said. Kelly said, oh, that Jimmy, he's a mean girl.
It's inappropriate.
She said that every time Rachel leaves the room, Jimmy talks shit about her. So this Jimmy versus Rachel thing is definitely in full effect. Now, I don't know how much Rachel knows of the shit talking, but it won't take long until it gets to her. So basically tomorrow we have to look forward to, or today, I keep saying tomorrow, but it is already early in the morning on Monday. We have to look forward to the Power of Veto ceremony, where our HOA Vince will have to pick a renom. All right. And most likely as of now, it looks like the renom will be Kelly. As much as Keanu and even Kelly pushed for Jimmy, mean girl Jimmy, according to them, to be the replacement nom, it doesn't look like Vince has any intention of using Jimmy as a replacement nom. But it does look like a lot of them, Jimmy included, are well on their way to gameplay that will lead them pre-jury. So those are the spoilers. Let me make sure I hit on everything I wanted to hit on. And yes, I did. It's late. I need to go to bed with the feeds in my ear, obviously, because that's what we do. We're crazy BB super fans. But if you guys don't mind, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Ashley winning the POV. Who do you think the replacement nom should be? Are you surprised that our South Dakota serial killer Kelly is already coming off a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Fucking A, dude. Look at me right now. I'm losing my mind. I feel like I'm in a mental institute.
And how crazy it is that she is like, I'm just going to go to bed. Whatever you decide is the renom. If it's me, it's me. Is your decision, Vince. I leave it in your hands. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? You've known this man 6 days. No, don't offer to be a pawn. In my eyes, I feel like Kelly should just go. If you ever offer yourself up to be a pawn, especially the first week, and especially the pawn in a renom, you need to just go home.
What? No.
Yes, Julie, you need to go home.
Screw you guys. I'm going
Take
home.
off, because we want people who are serious and actually want to stay. We don't want perpetual pawns, like who volunteer. That's insane to me. Some of the people in the house are like, I think Kelly just doesn't know the game. Okay, well, maybe you should have watched an episode. I don't know what to tell you. All right. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like, hit that subscribe, and we will keep the live feed spoilers coming all season long, as well as the episode roast and recap. So if you didn't catch it, I did do a roast and reaction and recap of tonight's episode 2 of Big Brother 27. So make sure you go over there, give it a like, give it a comment, and enjoy it. But until next time, like we always say, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.